And then, above other things, uh, maybe the one thing that killed this movie the most for me is just how dadgum self-referential it was. I mentioned it earlier, but the Arnold gag from the T-800s gag from Terminator 2, where he's doing the full smiling thing. John Connor's teaching him how to smile, and that was funny back then. I lost count of how many times this movie did that joke. They just did it over and over. And it got old. It got annoying. We get it. It was funny the first time. It was really sad. Just really sad watching this movie live in its own, 23-year-old shadow? Maybe longer than that. Uh, Come With Me If You Want to Live. Dyson's son is the creator of Genisys. By the way, they didn't do anything with him. That was just a reference for the sake of making a reference. Kyle's still an idiot, and just boy, the T-1000, the hooking on, he hooks onto the back of like this truck, pretty much to the way he was climbing up on the car in Judgment Day. The T-1000 being shot in the eye, same thing. Like, we get it. We're watching a Terminator movie. You can stop reminding me now. Here's an idea. How's about you sell me on this movie instead of reminding me that I could be watching a better movie? Could be watching a better one. Yeah, this one was better. It was more watchable than yours. I had a couple of problems with it. It was boring for the most part, but I enjoyed watching it more than I enjoyed watching Genisys. So, if this sticks around, it's probably going to be a box office success enough to warrant yet another sequel. And to pretty much wrap this up and put a capper on this, it felt less like a Terminator movie and just more like a modern day action film, devoid of anything that would keep, at least me, it didn't keep me entertained. I can't picture how anyone was legitimately entertained by this. Because even if you're a hardcore Terminator fan, I don't see what's so appealing about it. You could probably say the same thing about, the Transformers movies, the Resident Evil films, the Paranormal Activity films. They have their audience, and those are the people who are going to go see those movies. Maybe I'm just out of touch with this, but just in the end, to summarize here, I felt that this movie was too stupefied by its own material to stand on its own 2 feet. It looked sheepish. almost like a child who wasn't ready for a play, and it was shoved out there, and it forgot all of its lines. Its parents are watching with the camera. They're taking pictures. Their friends are off to the side of the curtain going, go, 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 go. Say your lines. Say your lines. And he's just staring at the crowd, and then just decides, I'm gonna do a hoedown for 2.5 hours. And that's what this movie did. It was a movie dressed up like a Terminator movie that just danced around and did really bad improv. And yeah, that's pretty much kind of sums it up for me. If you haven't seen this movie yet, you've seriously missed nothing. I hated it. Not the worst movie I've seen all this year. No, it's not even the worst movie I've seen this year, because that's probably Battle of the Five Armies, which is terrible and noisy and incoherent. But yeah, I say go get Terminator Salvation. It at least tells something resembling an original story. Don't give them $10. Pick this up from a used store. Watch this. Save yourself the trouble.